This week in the National Football League, a lot of really cool things went down. Randy's on the case, hot takes, asking hard questions and you got the answers. It's a new era of This Week with host Detective Randy. Let's hope he's not self-aware and forgot about last week. Yeah, this week in the National Football League, a lot of really cool things went down.
Have you seen my...
Colin had his chance to be here.
Now what?
Chris week in the National Football League, a lot of really cool things went down. Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night lights. Chris watched them all to tell you what's right. It's his show now, like seriously, Jordan, this is my show. I finally have all the power. Did you just write that down as lyrics for my theme song? Yeah. Chris week in the National Football League, a lot of really cool things went down.
I'm really here. Yeah. To all the people that said I was too fat, too ugly, I'd never make the kickball team.
Stop the show,
Why? I just got here.
because this show deserves a cherry.
Okay?
Shore of heaven, I would enter the fold in the book of thy kingdom with its page wide and fair. Tell me, Jesus, my Savior, is my name written?
Colin had his chance to be here.
Hi, I'm Jared Laundrie, and this is This Week in the National Football League. And this week in the National Football League, a lot of really cool things went down. I don't know a single thing about football, but I'll do it for Jared. It was Wild Card Weekend in the football world that started off with the Colts beating the Texans. Quarterback Andrew Luck still refuses to shave his beard until he wins a Super Bowl. In a defensive slugfest, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Seattle Seahawks after it was rumored that coach Jason Garrett would be fired after a loss. But while keeping his job, he still looks like a villain in an animated show about mice. Sunday morning brought in another boring defensive slugfest as the Chargers beat the Ravens. Lamar Jackson was the youngest quarterback to ever start a playoff game and somehow fumbled the ball more times than Phillip Rivers has ever fumbled putting on a condom. In the perfect end to 2018, Bears kicker Cody Parkey missed the game-winning field goal as time expired to seal an Eagles victory in the most disappointing loss in Bears history since the Revenant. Playoff guru Nick Foles. Okay, guys, I know I don't know a lot about football, and you're trying to mess with me, but that's John Heder. Just because I don't know a lot about football doesn't mean I don't know a lot about movies.
I thought you were blind.
Yeah, and I thought you weren't a piece of PA that would actually yell striking when turning on a light as I'm walking in front of it.
Once again, I thought you were blind.
Aha, very funny. Now we're putting up pictures of me trying to get me to talk about the NFL changing draft eligibility rules. The first week of the playoffs also marks the first week of the offseason for many other teams. With 8 teams looking to fill their head coaching vacancy, 6 of those teams have found theirs already. Matt LaFleur of the Bo Batten's Academy of Magic joined the Packers before he becomes Matt number 3 in next year's season of The Bachelorette. Nick Fangio is leaving the James Bond universe and a life of crime to join the Broncos. Freddie Kitchens, which is a name I made up in a 3rd grade story contest, will coach the Browns. Cliff Kingsbury will put his Bollywood action career aside to coach the Cardinals. Adam Gase, who looks more like the only elf in the Lord of the Rings that ages than a coach, will likely join the Jets. And Bruce Arians will coach Tampa Bay after quitting playing bass in my great-uncle's jazz band. Next up, I've got some
Twitter questions.
My only question this week is from @CIK Productions. Why am I still alive? Because you didn't get voted next host of this show. Next, I believe we're doing some phone calls, and we have Jeremy from Lake Stevens on the line.
Hey, Jared.
Jeremy, how you doing?
Big fan here. I do have a question for you, though. I've noticed a lot of head coaches being fired and hired and all that. I'm just wondering, when is the famous Coach Magoo going to get hired? Has he had any interviews lined up or anything like that?
I actually have no clue, so why don't we go to Coach Magoo himself? It's me, Coach Magoo, and these are my top 5 reasons why I don't coach in the NFL. Number 1, I have 3 kids who are all in the Westminster Playhouse production of The Sound of Music, and I don't want to miss a performance. Number 2, free Frank Wright would be my only choice for offensive coordinator, but he already has a job. Number 3, I have a blood contract with This Week in the National Football League, and I cannot leave help. I am a prisoner. Number 4, I only have Apple Maps on my phone, and I would not be able to find my way to the stadium. Number 5, tickets are on sale now for the Westminster Playhouse production of The Sound of Music. The tickets are only $15. Please support local theater and my children. The offseason has continued to be dramatic. The Raiders are still homeless, and Antonio Brown office spaced the Steelers.
There's my flair, okay? And this is me expressing myself, okay? There it is. I hate this job. I hate this goddamn job, and I don't need it.
All sorts of rumors have been floating around regarding where the Raiders will play next season, including London, Arizona, and St. Louis. But one thing's for certain, the Raiders won't be going anywhere where it's hard to get a knife. After essentially benching himself in the final week of the season with playoff implications, Antonio Brown has made it publicly known that he hates the Steelers, including Ben Roethlisberger, head coach Mike Tomlin, and Juju Smith-Schuster. Hot damn. Here to talk more about that, the guy who drafted Le'Veon Bell in my fantasy league and also happened to trade for Antonio Brown mid-season and was playing in the championships in Week 17.
Arrogant, selfish, baby, that's what Antonio Brown is. When I traded Odell Beckham Jr. and Patrick Mahomes for him and Calvin Ridley, I thought damn I was getting a steal. Now it's Week 17, Rhonda! Turn down soaps! I'm talking to the camera! And I'm in the championships playing some guy named Brian, or Brandon, or Bobby Choi. I don't know. Turns out Antonio Brown's not playing because he's practicing. Now I'm screwed. I'm already starting Le'Veon Bell, and he's probably not going to show up. Rhonda, turn down the soaps. I know your table. I'm just pause it for like 4 seconds. And now Antonio Brown's not playing, but I left him in anyway because just in case. I'm taking that risk.
Thanks for watching. This has been This Week in the National Football League with host Jared Laundrie. Tweet at me any questions you have. I'll spend this next week trying to learn the complex game of football.